again, the link is still here. Okay, it's vibrating. So that's for the afternoon. Industrial session, medical VR, and numerical methods. So that's done for the robotics part, but it's not a reason to leave. So what I wanted just to make, just before restarting this industrial session, as I said, we are a bit late, but that was scheduled. Let's say that this way. Is a small point about the community and what we are actually doing with this community. So far, as we said, it's existing for about now 13 years. 13 years where it was for the 4 or 5 first years only about research. And now it moves, it's actually slowly, but moving with more and more industrial partners, more and more independent developers, collaborations, and so on. So we have actually here today the luck to have really all the variety of the community with independent developers, researchers, and industrials. It's also the way, that's actually the proof that, from an open source framework, you can have actually a lot of technology activity, like spin-off creations, like we said. So there have been seven companies created since the very beginning of SOFA, actually since 2010. And what we are actually proud of and mostly happy about is that it's not only in France. Obviously, French government is happy when there is things happening in France. But for us, so far, what is important is that it's all the community that can really benefit from this dynamism. So it has been the case in Canada, where there is actually, I think there are, well, that's the reason why they're not here these weeks. It's because they are actually releasing their own first product. In Iran, we have a company also working on simulation with SOFA, and a German company which is again in business currently, so not here today. So these digits, the plus 150,000 downloads. I'm searching for Stefan from the is at the back of the room. That's actually, I remember being during my PhD already seeing these digits. You know what? Plus 150,000 downloads. I was, wow, what the fuck? I'm never meeting those thousands of people, but it was actually the estimation at that time. But it's actually super complicated to really track, to have an idea of how many people are using it, how many people are downloading it. And we are trying not to become invasive, but at least to get a bit more insight about what is currently being done. So it's just a start, but what I can tell you is, for instance, about the number of new people cloning the sources. So, really getting the source and getting those sources to modify the code, compile SOFA, and make their own project with that. There is about 100, so I see some faces from the training guys maybe that already heard those sentences yesterday. There is about 100, 110, 115 per month, new people, it's really new cloners, not those who did already clone in the past from their own account SOFA, new cloners that are downloading SOFA. Obviously some of them are stopping, otherwise we would be overcrowded on the forum. But it's a first interesting digit, and the other one is the number of binary downloads, which amounts between 130 and 150 downloads of the binaries per month, which gives again an idea of people that are just by curiosity having a look to SOFA, testing it, and giving it a try. So that also comes by all the industrial activity which is around SOFA. Our purpose is actually that it has to increase, never stop, and become, we want to digitalize the world, as they say in Station F. No, more seriously, what we want to do is that this community is actually in good health. It works as it's supposed to work. You can succeed in your projects. So what I wanted to stress is the first point. We have people in the room which are sometimes looking for a new position. Sometimes in research, sometimes in an industry. I don't know if so. Noah just finished, for instance, a contract. I've heard people in Italy also just ending contracts. Some others are actually looking for profiles. But it's for SOFA we are only 2 guys, so it's a bit cumbersome for us to track. To ask every week to all the people, hey, by the way, do you have a new job offer? Just send us a PDF. We'll put it online. We'll make a web page from that, whatever. But never hesitate to send it. Just hey, take that. We have a new job offer. It may interest some people of your community, because actually people from other software, industrial software, commercial softwares, are daring to do that. They are contacting us saying, hey, could you forward that? So sometimes we are doing it, sometimes not. But So for you guys who are actively and actually using SOFA, never hesitate to use either the SOFA job page or the LinkedIn group. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to say by a bit an underexploited potential. Again, the fact that we have now so independent developers can really be the opportunity to test new things, either that you're a company or a research team. So for those who never saw those slides, but there might be not a lot of people, it's what we are actually doing with SOFA. For the moment, our purpose is actually to ensure the maintenance, the industrialization, making sure that the community, again, as I said, is growing properly, community get the support it deserves, and always acting as a third party. Yeah, that's otherwise the open source community will not feel protected and growing properly. So that's the people who are currently helping us, giving us actually money. So among them, there is the Kyungpook University in Korea, South Korea, Assam Medical Center, which is partners are actually in the room, also supporting us. Fraunhofer, that I won't present for researchers, but which is a German research institute, University of Florida, and upcoming, hopefully, because it's still in discussions, new future partners. And maybe if you are obviously interested to support us, it's more than welcome. What we want to say is never hesitate to either talk about SOFA, obviously, because it is actually help us. We're going to promote what you are doing, whatever, if you are a company or a research center. And your activity in SOFA will always, your activity of SOFA is actually the activity of someone else for any other people in the community. So when you're doing something, it actually touches anybody here in the room and even outside. So I won't say it's obvious. I mean, the financial support is needed. That's for sure. But I will explain. I'll give you even more reason to explain that right now. Is that what are the next steps that we're actually looking at with Guillaume and with the researchers of the community, and also with INRIA, which is mostly funding this adventure. The idea currently is actually that we are expecting from INRIA to get more confidence in the project, actually more workforces. But this won't come for free, or this won't come just like that. What expect INRIA is also to have more and more partners supporting SOFA. So if it's the case, we might quite soon actually have some new workforces, especially in development, so that we can do things just for you and for everybody here, everybody outside this room as well. So that's really just to show that the more support there will be, the more changes also in SOFA you will see. So, and the second aspect that so it's very nice because it's right in the middle of the screen. So it's an association creation, because what has been noticed for different partners, especially research partners, it's that sometimes becoming an official member through a contract and so on was not super easy. But what we wanted to have is some, easiness in just supporting, giving money like that. So it's not like everybody has too much money. But if you want to donate a bit, it was some kind of complicated through INRIA, or actually it's not the perfect mission of a research institute. So what we want to do is to start creating really something dedicated to SOFA. What I meant by association, creation of an association. So if you're interested to just have information in the project, you can let me know, and there will be news. So obviously, it's quite simple because I like to make things clear for people. The consequences will be this one. Okay, that's basically what will happen if we've got some at least support, official support, letter of support. Any kind of support is always welcome, and most importantly, so we mentioned for SOFA Python this morning in SIMO, for SOFA Qt Quick and Natoscope, that both actually contributed a piece of technologies that then has been the entry point of new projects, new developments, code contribution, open source contributions, can actually, for us, completely also replace money contributions. I think it's almost last slides before the industrial session. It's just for you to know if you want to take some beers with us next year. That's our beer tour for 2020. There will be, so theoretically we should be in IMSH next year, so it's very close in January. January to present actually what is done with SOFA, but also what you do with SOFA. So if you are interested in showing what we are doing, iMessage, it's the World Congress for Medical Simulation. So if you're interested in that, send us whatever you want, we'll show that. FOSDEM, open source, European Congress, it's every year in Brussels. It was super cool last year. We were actually with the team, the Lille team, and also I think some REN guys last year, and Eric also from Infintech 3D. Yeah, it has a super good impact on everything that goes around open source. So it could be also good to show some nice stuff there. Technical committee. So SPM conference. I just again a word about that. There is some flyers about that for researchers. I've been asked just to show you what is the conference. So you have flyers on the tables to see and to read what a bit more about solid. SPM, solid and physical modeling, I think. Yeah, solid and physical modeling conference. And finally, and this is for the people that are, because I'm getting these sentences quite often. Can you tell me, by the way, when it's the next SOFA week? I don't remember. I'm gonna tattoo that on the arm of everybody who is asking that again. So what we are, I mean, no, more seriously, if you see any agenda incompatibility with this week of the 16th to the 20th of November 2020, it's far, but in any case, let us know. We could find a better suitable week. So that's really the purpose. Obviously, it might change. It's a far 2020 agenda, but it's actually to make the most efficient meeting that we can expect. So yeah, SOFA Week 2020. That's so from the 16th to the 20th November 2020. Just a difference compared to this week. So for you'll have to look at the TV for indeed for behind, because it's really at the bottom of the slide. What we wanted to change is actually just the articulation. What comes between tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow morning we'll have a tutorial workshop, which actually breaks a bit, the articulation between the symposium today and the technical discussions that will start tomorrow afternoon. And the idea next year is that we would directly start with some actually technical activities, like what has been done with the reports, and discuss what is going to come in the next release directly the day after. So that I know that for industrial especially, but actually for researchers it's true as well. For those who really cannot take the time of sharing some good time, some good beers, and some codes with us, there is 2 days, one after another, where you can actually come and you'll have basically the most important part of the week. Coding is super cool as well.